Welcome to the Union Strong Homeowners Weekly Roundup. I'm Heather Ryans. Today, we'll be taking a look at buying in a tight market and how to navigate that, and preparing to finance a home. But first, let's check in with Ange for a market update.
Happy Friday! Woo woo! In real estate, the forecast, it has been a whirlwind. In the last week, we have 279 active listings. We have 347 homes that are pending, and for all of our happy buyers and sellers, 195 homes have been sold. Back to you, Heather.
Thanks, Ange. Now over to Karina to learn how to prepare to finance for a home.
Thanks, Heather. Now we're going to discuss what you need to do to prepare to buy a home. It's never too early to start the process of preparing to buy a home. The first thing that you can do is sit down and figure out a comfortable budget in terms of monthly payment. What a mortgage lender is able to qualify you for versus what you're actually able to afford comfortably can be a very different number. So it's always a good idea to have that number in mind when you're ready to purchase. The next thing that you can do is reduce any monthly debt that you have by paying off small credit cards. This will allow you to have more available money to be able to afford a house payment. Also, you can make sure, if you have the ability to pay off credit cards, make sure you don't close these accounts out, as this can have a negative impact on your credit score. Get a copy of your credit report and review it for accuracy. A lot of times there will be things that are on there that might not be reporting correctly, and you are encouraged to do your best to get those items corrected as quickly as possible, as those could also have a negative impact on your credit score. Start saving as much as you can each month towards your down payment. The typical down payment for a home is anywhere from 3 to 20% of your purchase price. So you want to see if you can save as much as possible. There are some great down payment options available in terms of assistance programs, but if you are able to put some money towards that down payment, it's going to effectively help you reduce your monthly payment. Lastly, the best recommendation is to speak with a mortgage professional. They can sit down, they can review your credit, your income, and your overall situation to determine what some of your best options are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was some fantastic information from our loan officer, Karina. Now over to Vonda, who's going to teach us how to buy in a tight market.
Thank you, Heather. Just want to speak with you guys a bit today about what it's like to be a buyer in this tight market, and maybe some tips on how to increase your chances of getting your offer accepted. First and foremost, hands down, the most important thing, get pre-qualified. Talk to a lender, find out exactly what your options are, find out what kind of a monthly payment would best suit your budget, and definitely have that pre-approval letter and be ready to go. Next, stay in close contact with your realtor. Definitely keep them on the ball, let them know about what areas you're looking in, what kinds of things you're looking for. Be diligent about returning text messages and phone calls and emails. As fast as things are moving, it's important to keep that contact close. You never know. One morning, a listing can pop up and you need to be inside of it looking at it that day so that you can get an offer in on it. Could be your dream home. Definitely keep an eye out on realtor.com or on Trulia Zillow. Keep an eye on those, because sometimes those pop up and you might see something there that maybe didn't get put on the MLS or got put on later. Don't be afraid to send some addresses to your realtor to keep an eye on those as well. Be ready to decide. Do some work up front. Keep an eye on different neighborhoods, know what's going on in the areas that you want to be in, and be ready to make a decision. You and your spouse, your partner, whoever you're buying with, if you're buying alone, think about those things and be ready ahead of time, because you're going to have to, in some situations, make a quick decision. You'll want to make your bids competitive. You don't want to lowball in this market. Those days are a little bit behind us on most properties. You want to be up there in some of the top offers. Most situations are multiple offer situations, and you want yours to stand out and look attractive and appealing to those sellers. So definitely make your bid competitive. One of those things that you can do to make it competitive is to minimize your contingencies. If you can be a seller who doesn't have to wait to find their dream home before you sell your house, that's helpful. Same thing with a buyer. If you're a buyer who doesn't have to wait to sell your home to be a buyer and to close the deal, that's helpful as well. There's some other contingencies your realtor can speak with you and your lender can speak with you about. But if you can minimize any of those, do that. That's helpful. Definitely don't get caught in a buying frenzy either. Just because the house has a lot of great features and a lot of people were at the open house when you were, doesn't mean you need to rush and put an offer in. Yes, it's a tight market. Yes, houses are going quick, but you don't want to offer on something just because there's a buying frenzy if it's not exactly what you want. So patience can still pay off. Your house will come. Talk to your realtor, talk to your lender. There's lots of things you can do to be competitive. As always, call us here at Union Strong. We would love to help you. Thanks.
Thanks, Vonda. With the way the market's going, that's wonderful information to share. Our goal is to get keys in buyers' hands, and with all the knowledge we can provide, the better. Thank you for watching the Union Strong Homeowners Weekly Roundup. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.